Hello, family. I want to talk to you about a method that I use to break away from sleep paralysis, how to escape sleep paralysis. This is a method that works for me. It's tried and true on my end. I don't know if it's the absolute solution, but it's something that works for me. Now, when it comes to sleep paralysis and how to break from it, it all involves that moment when you realize that you're in that moment. You're stuck. You can't move. You're trying to move your legs, try to move your arms, you try to talk. Nothing is happening. Nothing is working. You're stuck. It feels like you're in a coma. It's a terrible feeling. It's like a nightmare. And while this is going on, sometimes you drift in and out. Your REM, it plays around with you, so you might start hearing voices. You might think that there's something going on in the background. It's one of the worst feelings that a human can experience, especially if you're just a healthy individual. But I came across a method, and you can try it. It might work for you. It works for me every time. And this method involves breathing. Because the one thing I noticed while you're stuck, you can't move your legs and you can't move your arms. If you notice your breathing, your breath control, that is something you can actually control. And I got this method from meditation, reading about yoga books. And there's an exercise that I want to share with you. Okay? And if it works for you, hopefully it does, then you found the solution. Now, one of the things that I discovered works for me is that right when I realized, because you have to first, don't panic when you're in that moment. It's a little hard to do because you're panicking. That's really what it is. You panic, you start to try to move and you can't move, but you don't panic. You immediately calm yourself and you focus on your breathing. Now, what I do is I count to 5. Inhale, count to 5. Exhale, count to 5. So right when you realize that you're in that moment, right when you see that, oh, I'm here, I'm stuck, when that paralysis is there and it's hitting you, you stay calm. You got to remember this because, you can remember things. You can remember this method. It'll pop in your head. You stay calm and you inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you attempt to do 10 sets of these 5-second inhale, 5-second exhale modes. You do this 10 times. And I guarantee you, by the time you won't even get to 10, what's going to happen is you're going to go back to sleep. You will fall back into a sleep mode. Because the thing is, you want to move, you want to wake up, but that thing where you can't and you just stuck, it gets to you. So the best method is to just go back to sleep. And if you do 10 sets of the 5-second inhale, 5-second exhale, I guarantee you will slip back into your sleep. Now, this is something that works for me. Every time I do it, it works. Remember, as soon as you realize that it's happening, breathe in 5 seconds. Count You have to count. That's important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now with me, the one thing that I noticed that would bring this sleep paralysis on, it was two things for me. One, if I didn't get enough sleep, or if I eat heavy right before I go to sleep. Those are the two triggers that always would be what I would notice the foundation of why I would have sleep. I would always notice that would be the reason. I would think back, oh yeah, well I ate heavy, so I can understand. Oh, I'm not getting enough sleep. Okay, so usually that's what it does. That's, for me, that's how I notice I would slip into these sleep paralysis modes. So if that works for you, hopefully you found a solution. Now, as I'm recording this, you can hear in the background cars going by. It's pretty noisy, but that's because I'm sitting in the park. I just came out of a sleep paralysis using the method that I just described to you, and it worked. And as I came out of it, I said, man, I want to share this with people, because I looked on YouTube and I didn't see anybody with a solution. So I figured I want to share this with the world. Hopefully it can help somebody. It's 2:00 in the morning. It's February 2022, and it's cold outside, but it's tolerable. And the park that I'm sitting in is 1 block away from my home. And I'm sitting here because, as soon as I woke up, I couldn't go back to sleep. And, I didn't want to watch TV. I didn't want to get on the internet. I just wanted to take a walk and breathe, get some fresh air. And I'm sitting here in this park, and this park is surrounded by trees with no leaves, because it's cold, and it's very tranquil. And I'm breathing in this cold air, and it's, this is a good feeling. And, I just decided to share this with you because it's something that I feel will help people, and hopefully it helps you. I really hope that this helps you, because I remember a time when, I was going through it. I didn't have a solution, and it was, it felt like hell. So hopefully this message, it helps you, because I found it as a solution for me. And that's some information that I would love to share with anyone who comes across this recording. I close out wishing all of you blessings.